Right now on this final Friday before the election, two candidates on Wisconsin soil making their case to voters. We'll have a live report from the Harris campaign in West Allis.
And just 20 minutes down the interstate in downtown Milwaukee, we're also live with the Trump campaign at Fiserv Forum.
Plus, the Dane County budget is done without funding for a local food bank, what it means for those who rely on Second Harvest. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. First, we begin with some breaking news at this hour. A Janesville man pleads guilty in the shooting death of his then pregnant girlfriend. 23-year-old Logan Barkley pleads guilty to first-degree intentional homicide in the death of 22-year-old Kirsten Hansen. Hansen was found dead along Peace Trail near Afton Road in Janesville back in April, kneeling against a tree. Personal belongings were found near the body, but her wallet and phone were missing. Sentencing for Barkley is scheduled now for February 11th of next year.
Let's get a check on the weather. Happy November, everybody. It's November 1st, and things have calmed down a little bit from yesterday. Alex is out on the weather patio. Hi, Alex.
Hey there, Susan. Hey there, Eric. Hey there, Southern Wisconsin. Yeah, if you look behind me, the trees, they're not moving at all. We got calm winds out here yesterday. You had to hold on for dear life as windy as it was. So really quite pleasant. I said it would be pleasant today with our temperatures and the sun and calm winds. And we had a decent amount of rainfall. We can see that rain that we've had over the past 48 hours, anywhere between 1 to 3 inches. But down by Janesville, Beloit, you got nothing. You got barely anything. But we've got more rain in the forecast, anywhere between 1 and 3 inches of rain by the time we get through Election Day Thursday. Coming up in Maine weather, we're going to track that rain across southern Wisconsin, when you can expect it to start and when can you expect it to end.
All right, Alex, thank you. Well, today is the last big push for both presidential candidates to convince Wisconsin voters to turn out for them. Vice President Kamala Harris, 3 stops dotting the state today.
And Donald Trump has been hitting the state all week, most recently capitalizing on comments by President Biden, showing up in Green Bay driving a garbage truck.
And we have team coverage as Milwaukee serves really as the epicenter of national politics tonight. Armand Rahman, Tanisha Shaw are at the Harris rally. Ellie La Liberté and Jalen Banks are at the Trump rally.
And we begin with Armand Rahman. He joins us at the Harris rally.
And she's campaigning just 6 miles west of Trump tonight at the State Fairgrounds in West Allis. What can you tell us, Armand?
Yeah, Eric and Susan, as you can see, the lines behind me are filling up just at this one entrance, and I'm sure at many others here at the State Fairgrounds at the Alliant Energy Center. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but yeah, like I said, the lines are long. The crowds are hyped up for another star-studded rally. Just 2 days after her stop in Madison was another star-studded rally. The lineup tonight will feature musical guests such as different DJs, as well as remarks by Cardi B and comedic actor Keegan-Michael Key, a late addition to the lineup tonight. A character actor that we'll see, one of his famous characters is the angry Obama translator, so we'll see if he brings that out tonight. But again, like you said, this is really in the Harris campaign's push to really mobilize those young voters across the battleground state of Wisconsin to vote early and vote on Election Day. Is the final push probably for that before Election Day on Tuesday. So we'll be here all night here to see President Harris's remarks as well as the other speakers. Be sure to follow those on channel3000.com and, of course, on our air on News 3 Now. Harris is set to speak here in just a few hours. For now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. This is Armand Rahman reporting live downtown Milwaukee.
Armand, thank you. Now, as we mentioned, Vice President Harris dotted the state today, flying into Madison, then to Janesville and Green Bay before heading to West Allis.
Political reporter Will Keneally rode along with the Harris motor pool, and he joins us live now. Will?
That's right. So we started the day here in Madison at the Dane County Regional Airport with Harris arriving on Air Force 2. And as you mentioned, we were part of the motorcade, which gives us the opportunity to join them. And Harris stepping off the plane, taking questions from reporters. Now, while we were traveling with that Washington press pool, she did hold that quick news conference on the tarmac here in Madison. Now, we asked her about the unity in the Democratic Party heading into Tuesday, as many are still concerned about the administration's stance on Palestine.
I'm very proud to have a significant amount of support from the Arab American community, both because of my position about what we need to do in Gaza and in the region to end the war and bring the hostages home, and my commitment to a two-state solution.
Now, Harris also said that she expects her policies on other issues like the economy and affordable housing will resonate with the pro-Palestinian wing of the Democratic Party. Now, again this afternoon, Harris also drove down to Janesville. We were with her for that, speaking to some union workers at a local IBEW shop there. Now, we'll speaking an economic message as she continues to kind of articulate these closing arguments as we see both the Harrison campaign make here. But for now, reporting in Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. Former President Trump is returning to Fiserv Forum, where you'll recall he accepted the Republican Party's nomination for president just a few months ago.
One of Trump's top goals is to turn out traditionally Republican suburban voters. Our Jalen Banks is live there now, and he joins us with more. Jalen?
Eric and Susan, I'm at Fiserv Forum, which is where essentially Trump's goal of reaching Wisconsin started. Fiserv Forum is where the Republican National Convention took place, where he accepted the party's nomination for president. Now, former President Trump has visited the Badger State now 7 times. This will mark the 8th and potentially the final time he makes his push towards Wisconsin voters. According to the Marquette Law School poll, former President Trump and voters, the Republican Party has high enthusiasm for this upcoming election. And along with that poll, Vice President Harris has a slight lead, 50-49 in Wisconsin in the most recent poll. Now, recent comments made by comedian Tony Hinchcliffe calling the island of Puerto Rico floating garbage led to a response from current President Joe Biden, where he referred to the only garbage that he sees is Trump supporters. He later clarified that, saying that was towards Hinchcliffe and those that spoke on the stage that evening. This, so far, I've seen several people with sanitation, costumes on, I guess you could say, and vestings of that nature in response to President Biden's comments this past week. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live from Fiserv Forum, Jalen Banks.
All right, Jalen, thank you. Well, the 2025 Dane County budget has been officially approved.
But with funding tight, one community organization was left out for the first time in years. Our Maddie Heimsch reports.
With Thanksgiving coming up, Second Harvest Food Bank is anticipating serving big numbers. But with their funding cut from the 2025 county budget, organizers are already worried about next year's holiday season. With federal pandemic aid running out, Dane County officials say this year's allocations are on a cost-to-continue basis for county needs, leaving Second Harvest out entirely. But Michelle Orgay, president and executive director, says the organization has been advocating for even just a portion of their usual funds to continue their mission.
How am I going to tell 250 folks that they can't have the milk that they need for their family? And for those families who are going home without that food, it's toughest on them to not be able to provide that for their kids.
She says need has only been growing. The center hit an all-time record distribution day just this week. Orgay says she's holding out hope for amendments to be made to the 2025 budget.
Maddie, thank you. And as a result of the budget, the average Madison home valued at about $400,000 will see an increase of $19.65 on their county portion of their property taxes this year. And we'll hear directly from the Dane County Board of Supervisors on News 3 Now at 6. Well, Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington returns next. A complete look at your first warn forecast.
And how state elections officials are trying to be transparent in their attempts to prove this will be a secure election. That's next.
And the market's down for the week, but get a big boost in Friday trading. The Dow jumping 289 points. The NASDAQ adds 145. S&P 500 gains 23. And we'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now, brought to you by Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning.
I can honestly say that Cardinal has never let me down.
I definitely recommend Cardinal Heating and Air Conditioning because of the professionalism.
Cardinal will always be my first call for anything that Cardinal does.
I think we're going to continue to use Cardinal for a long time.
When did you know Eric Hovde was wrong for Wisconsin?
Well, that's easy. When he said that people like me were going to die soon, so we shouldn't be able to vote.
Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
When Hovde said overweight people should pay more for health care.
When I heard he wants to raise the retirement age.
When I heard he's completely against abortion.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
Now we know what's wrong with Eric Hovde. He's not for us.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations, to cut Social Security and Medicare, to impose what is in effect a national sales tax. When I am president, I will bring down the cost of groceries. My tax plan will give 100 million more Americans a tax cut. And unlike Donald Trump, I will always put the middle class and working families first.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Under Kamala, there's been a big hike in Medicare premiums. Social Security benefits don't go far with Kamala's inflation slamming seniors. Now Kamala wants struggling seniors to pay more Social Security taxes, while she gives Medicare and Social Security to illegals. That will doom Medicare. President Trump will make sure no one cuts Medicare or Social Security. Trump lowered Medicare premiums, and he'll end the tax on Social Security.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
We know what Joan Ballwig wants to do: ban abortion and birth control. That's it. That's her plan. Sarah Kieski is focused on bringing costs down, and she has real plans to lower the cost of healthcare and housing, prescription drugs, and to cut your taxes. So if you want a candidate focused on banning abortion and birth control, that's Joan Ballwig. For everyone else, there's Sarah Kieski. She's running for state senate to finally bring costs down.
I, Kamala J.B. Harris, do solemnly swear.
Kamala swore an oath, but Kamala created crisis after crisis. Our troops murdered, an open border, crime in our streets, skyrocketing costs, assassination attempts, Americans abandoned during disasters, and we're on the brink of World War III. A broken oath and a broken America. Kamala can't be trusted in the Oval Office. Vote for President Trump and save America. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Election 2024 reaches the finish line, and News 3 Now is your local source on election night. Our team brings you continuous coverage Tuesday on WISC-TV, Television Wisconsin, channel3000.com, and channel 3000 Plus.
You have a clear choice in this election. Senator Baldwin is a 38-year career politician. I'm a businessman and job creator. She supports taxpayer benefits for illegal immigrants. I'll close the border. Tammy wants to put guys and girls sports in their bathrooms. I'll protect our daughters. Senator Baldwin abuses the political system. I'll fight the corruption. I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. I'd be honored to have your vote.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back to News 3 Now at 5. Let's head back out to Milwaukee, where both leading presidential candidates are campaigning tonight, just miles apart.
Our Ellie La Liberté is live at the Trump rally at Pfizer Forum with some insight from his supporters. Ellie?
Yeah, Eric, Susan, it's an excited atmosphere here as we came in today. Those lines, of course, people wearing those red MAGA hats. Now, that's part of what this campaign is trying to do, the get out the vote effort, the energizing of his supporters so close to Election Day in critical state, Wisconsin. Now, I spoke to one of his supporters earlier today who's from Wisconsin, saying this is her first Trump rally. She wouldn't miss it, and that she's not concerned about the Harris rally just down the road.
I don't think that matters to me at all. I know that the people here are hardcore Trump supporters, and they want America to turn around again. They want to see what Robert Kennedy Jr., J.D. Vance, and most of all, President Trump have to say. So I think the electricity is going to be here.
Now, of course, we're about still 3 hours out from former President Trump's remarks here, but we'll continue to keep you updated as this arena starts to fill up and as we get closer to that time. For now, reporting live in Pfizer Forum, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 News.
All right, Ellie, thank you. When it comes to campaign rallies, many have become more like, as you just saw there, concerts and a lot of celebrity events.
Yeah, this Wednesday, Vice President Harris held a rally here in Madison along with several musical guests. Meanwhile, former Packer quarterback Brett Favre was a guest speaker at former President Trump's rally up at the Resch Center in Green Bay. For more on how these events happen, let's head back to Milwaukee, where News 3 Now's Tanisha Shaw joins us live now. Tanisha?
Hi, Eric and Susan. I'm in Milwaukee County State Fair, West Allis Park. Take a look at this line behind me. You may have a question. Are they here to see VP? Are they here to see the current VP and presidential hopeful, or are they here to see the artist? I talked to them. They said a little bit of both. A lot of them said they are voters and they're excited for this election, but They would be lying if they said that the celebrities coming didn't draw them into this event as well. Some of those celebrities are Cardi B, she's expected to speak, rapper Flo Milli and Glorilla are expected to perform, as long as MC Lyte, the Isley Brothers, and more. So it's a very star-studded event. I got the chance to speak to some of these fans, supporters, voters about why they're here and really hearing about how impactful these events are. I'm going to have that sound tonight at 10. Tonight at 10 and next at 6. Reporting in West Dallas, Tanasia Shaw, News 3 Now.
All right, Tanasia, thank you. Let's get to our forecast now for the weekend. A lot better today than it was yesterday. Alex, there were costumes blowing all over the neighborhood.
Those costumes littered out in the neighborhood. You have to pick them up today. You'll want to get them picked up by tomorrow because after a sunny Saturday night through Tuesday, rain. You're going to need that umbrella, and it's going to be breezy too, so you might have some difficulty with that umbrella. And temperatures staying above normal. Not 80-degree weather, but at least above normal. 50 degrees, that's normal for this time of year. Here's a change. Calm winds tonight. Temperatures will dip down into the lower 30s for tonight, waking up into Saturday morning. That's what we would expect for this time of year, for the very first day of November. Planning the rest of the evening here. I'll do the 6 o'clock show, and then I'll get one of my walks, and Buddy will be here for the 10 o'clock show as those temperatures go down into the 30s. You wake up to the lower 30s for Saturday morning, maybe 28 up towards Marquette and Green Lake counties. Again, I emphasize normality for your Saturday. Highs in the mid to upper 50s. Sunny skies, winds not too terribly strong, so this is going to be a nice day and the better pick out of the two, unless you like rainy weather. But we need the rain too, so you might like this forecast all in all. 57 Saturday, there's the sun. 60 on Sunday, there's the rain, but the temperatures are going to be going up throughout the day on Sunday, with those high temperatures near 60 probably not being reached until later at nighttime. Showers, and we could have an isolated thunderstorm or two. How does it play out? Let's look at that here. Sunday, about 4 o'clock in the morning, a few showers entering the area. Showers could have a clap or two of thunder as we head towards noon on Sunday. On and off showers, and by the time we get into Monday, look at these lines. They're coming up out of the south. A warm front moves north Sunday night going into Monday. This will bring actually a bit of humidity into the air. That humidity will allow us to have a couple of thunderstorms on Monday. And again, on and off periods of showers and thunderstorms. Some of this rainfall could be heavy. Here's an important day, Election Day Tuesday, 6 o'clock in the morning. Early voters outside. You're probably going to need that umbrella Tuesday going on into at least even the late morning hours near noon. After that, we see rapid clearing. The showers move out in the afternoon hours, and as we go into the important evening hours, we'll have winds out of the northwest and skies will be clearing out on Tuesday. Amounts plentiful. Janesville, I was showing in first weather. Beloit, you didn't get anything out of that last rain, but there's a good chance you're going to get some water out of this rain, and for all of southern Wisconsin for that matter. Don't forget to turn the clocks back Saturday night, and then we've got that wet weather pattern lasting all the way through Tuesday, dry for a while, and we're keeping an eye on yet another weather system for the following weekend. Some weather models are showing it getting here as early as Friday. Some are holding that off till the end of the weekend, going out into that Monday. So we'll be keeping an eye on that, but all in all, we need the water anyway, so we've got a couple of chances of water. That's great.
All right, it is good news. Alex, thank you. Coming up, how a new multi-million-dollar grant will provide a major boost to rail transportation in Wisconsin. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I'm Joan Balwig, and I'm here to set the record straight. I support birth control, the life and health of mothers, extending postpartum care, and fertility treatments, including IVF. I'm Joan Balwig. I have always fought for Wisconsin moms, and I always will.
I'm a steel worker. I grew up right here on the little family farm. Trump was here campaigning with Elon Musk. Now there's a prime example of who he keeps close. Donald Trump cares about his billionaire friends. He's just going to turn around and give them more tax breaks. But Kamala Harris is fighting for the working class. She'll make billionaires pay their fair share. That way working people get a fair shot. Elon Musk is voting for his money, and I'm voting for mine. And I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
FFPAC is responsible for the content of this ad. We count on gasoline to power our cars, our tractors, our way of life. So why is a city slicker from Miami, Elizabeth Groppe, okay banning gas-powered vehicles? Extremists like Groppe want to eliminate fossil fuels, robbing hard-working families, farmers, and small businesses of their vehicles. Miami Liz's radical ideas hurt our families and our main streets. Don't let Groppe get away with it. Born and raised right here. Todd Novak is our independent voice for common sense, protecting our way of life.
Washington is corrupt. Senator Baldwin says she fights against Wall Street, and yet she lives with a Wall Street executive and gets all this money from Wall Street. She says she's standing up to Big Pharma and Big Tech, but look at the money she rakes in from Big Pharma, Big Tech, and their executives. Senator Baldwin doesn't work for you, she works for them. I'm Eric Hovde, I approve this message. I'm not taking their special interest money, I'll only work for you.
Wisconsin families still suffer from sky-high prices. Gas, groceries, housing. We pay more than ever, but that's not enough for radical Sarah Kieski. Kieski opposes putting a cap on property taxes, meaning higher taxes for us. The sky's the limit. We've hit our limit. We're getting crushed. Kieski's policies will hurt us even more. That's just wrong. Tell Sarah Kieski, Wisconsin can't afford higher taxes. We already pay enough.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no?
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
And the punishment is real. Women denied care, unable to get pregnant again, traumatized, scarred for life. Young women who didn't need to die. Now 1 in 3 women live under a Trump abortion ban. And if he's elected, everyone will.
There has to be some form of punishment.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
California banker Eric Hovde has a plan that helps him and hurts you.
Here's the math. Hovde proposed $4 trillion in new tax cuts for rich people like him.
And we pay for Hovde's tax breaks with a 28% cut to Social Security and a 25% cut to Medicare.
Hovde even said he would raise the retirement age.
You have to start changing the retirement age.
Eric Hovde still helping himself and hurting you.
Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Sarah Kieski, she supports lifting revenue limits, allowing property tax rates to skyrocket unchecked. Kieski's backers want to ban natural gas to heat our homes, driving utility bills through the roof. That's Kieski's record, expensive and extreme.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
For the second year in a row, the Madison School District has seen enrollment grow. This year, the district grew by 125 students from 25,565 to 25,690 this year. Superintendent Dr. Joe Gothard says the increase is exciting because it contradicts an expected decline in enrollment. Last year, enrollment only grew by 18 students. School representatives are urging that with this growth, the maintenance of facilities and programming needs to follow with the approval of the referendum next Tuesday.
And for the 5th year in a row, the Madison Reading Project is launching its annual community book drive, promising to fill children's homes with new books this holiday season. Its goal this year is to raise over $100,000 and provide 20,000 books to more than 12,000 children. To donate, head to MadisonReadingProject.com to make a cash donation or find where to drop off books.
The Federal Railroad Administration says that a nearly $73 million grant will help advance rail transportation right here in Wisconsin.
What is that?
The FRA.
Okay, thank you. For the Muskego Freight Rail Yard Bypass Project is providing the grant and will reconfigure existing track and yard facilities in Milwaukee.
Now, proponents of the grant say this will decrease congestion at rail crossings and will improve passenger service, supporting up to 10 daily round trips on the Hiawatha route. We're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast after a short break.
Brian Stiles says he's proud of his Extreme record. Extreme has won to gut Social Security and Medicare, cut benefits for seniors, and raise the retirement age. Stiles proud to join them. And they push to ban abortion in Wisconsin, restrict birth control, and monitor pregnancies to prosecute women. Brian Stiles proud to be backed by them. Peter Barca is proud to put Wisconsin over party.
I'm Peter Barca, and I approve this message. The problem with Todd Novak? He voted with his extreme party leaders 100% of the time, like voting against lower prescription prices. And Todd Novak authored the law to ban abortion in Wisconsin, with no exceptions for rape and incest. Todd Novak is with the extremists 100%, and he's hurting Wisconsin. Elizabeth Grabe will defend abortion rights, get more police funding, and bring down costs. Elizabeth Grabe for Assembly.
I, Kamala J.D. Harris, do solemnly swear.
Kamala swore an oath, but Kamala created crisis after crisis. Our troops murdered, an open border, crime in our streets, skyrocketing costs, assassination attempts, Americans abandoned during disasters, and we're on the brink of World War III. A broken oath and a broken America. Kamala can't be trusted in the Oval Office. Vote for President Trump and save America. Make America Great Again, Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Kamala backed Biden on everything. She was the deciding vote for his disastrous economic agenda. They raised taxes on the middle class, and prices soared. Kamala was in charge of his open border policies, giving welfare to illegals while Americans struggle, and their weakness invited wars. Now Kamala wants to double down on failure. It's time to turn the page on Joe and Kamala's failed agenda. President Trump fights for you. His strength kept us safe. Trump cut taxes for families. Prices were lower and the border secure. Now, President Trump can do it again.
And we are going to launch a new golden age of American success for the citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed.
Remember, Kamala broke it. President Trump will fix it.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
When it comes to your critical medical decisions, you should have the final say. But extreme politician Joan Ballweg says you're wrong. She supports criminalizing abortion even after rape and incest. Or to save the life of the mother, Ballweg would jail doctors for giving life-saving care. And Ballweg even wrote the law that could deny women access to birth control. Joan Ballweg would put extreme politicians in charge of your body and put all Wisconsin women in danger.
I've lost track of how many ugly lies Eric Hovde's told about me, and honestly, I've had enough. But I have faith in the people of Wisconsin. You know I've spent my career fighting to keep American jobs from going overseas, working to crack down on fentanyl and lower the cost of prescription drugs. No billionaire California banker can lie enough to change that. I'm Tammy Baldwin. I've dedicated my life to fighting for Wisconsin, and that's why I approve this message.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, Donald Trump sparks outrage after suggesting a firing squad for Liz Cheney. The fallout from what Democrats are condemning as violent rhetoric. That and more headlines tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And Alex is back with a final check of the forecast.
Yeah, I think I got good news all in all. If you want the sun, you got that Saturday. If you want the water, you got that Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And we need those raindrops, but how about highs near 60 on Saturday for sunny skies, relatively light winds. It's going to be a beautiful weekend across all of the area. But Sunday, the rain's going to turn on heavy at times, highs near 60. But that's at nighttime. We'll see rising temperatures as we go towards Monday. Heavy rainfall. Tuesday, at least in the morning, that heavy rain will continue. Heaviest rain right now eyeing up areas south and east of Madison, but a healthy 1 to 3 inches across all of southern Wisconsin. We'll take it because we do have moderate to severe drought conditions continuing. I think the afternoon hours, though, on Election Day Tuesday will be drying out, which will be very important.
Yes.
All right. We got high school football tonight, too.
That's right.
We need some decent weather. We'll be back in 30 minutes for more updates on News 3 Now at 6.